Welcome, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, to Black World TV, the new black media, your black and intelligent news source. So, family, today's video broadcast is about Tyler Perry, who, in the spirit of giving, is leading by example, or, to put it in another way, he's putting his money where his mouth is. And by leading by example, he's hoping that other people of affluence, of privilege, of money, that you too will come forward and help Americans. Help your fellow Americans in this time of need during this pandemic. There's a lot of people who are without supplies, who are now without jobs, and as we've known for years, the affluent have lived high on the hog. And it's about time that you at least in turn give back to your community, to your fellow Americans. Because after all, you are being looked at. You can't deny that people aren't paying attention to how the rich are still living and how you are responding to this coronavirus and just how American you truly are. We're paying attention. It means a lot to us. So in that spirit, I'm glad that Tyler Perry is leading by example and showing you too what you can do. And so with that, I'm going to start what I'm going to call on my channel here at Black World TV, hashtag Tyler Perry Challenge. That's where you lead and do exactly what he's done. Take a look at the video.
Virus is killing black Americans at a disproportionate rate. You heard this earlier in this broadcast, and you've been hearing it on the news for the last couple of days. And media mogul Tyler Perry is trying to sound the alarm. He's also giving back to the communities most at risk of exposure to the virus. So this week, he paid for thousands of people's supplies at more than 70 grocery stores in Louisiana and Georgia. They had no idea it was going to happen on that Wednesday. Only on CBS This Morning, Tyler tells us how he hopes this will inspire a larger movement of generosity across the country. Listen, you are no stranger to coming in for acts of kindness, big and small. Most things people don't even know about. I think when people see what you do, in some ways, Tyler, that could inspire others.
What I'm hoping is that by this paying for the groceries for these people who are just like me, like my mother, my aunt, come from where I come from. So I'm hoping that other people will join in. You may not be able to pay for 73 grocery stores, but maybe you can buy groceries for one person. Maybe you can buy groceries for a neighbor, because we are going to be hit much harder as African Americans and as poorer people than any other minority in the country, I'm sure. So my hope is that someone will see it and say, okay, hey, I can do something to help somebody else.
How did you decide to do that, Tyler? I would imagine a lot of big corporations came to you and said, can you please help?
I've had a few of those, but I wanted to do something immediate that got to the people immediately. So I reached out to Kroger, reached out to Winn-Dixie, because I remember my mother going to shop every Saturday at Winn-Dixie when I was a kid in Louisiana and in Georgia. And I wanted to go directly to neighborhoods where the incomes are much lower. And I wanted to really focus and drive the point home there and try and help there.
You know, people, when they got the news that Tyler Perry had done this.
Tyler Perry is taking care of your grocery bill today. So
I mean, it really does touch your heart when you see the difference that you made, what it did for people that particular day.
And that's what we need right now. We need just some hope. We are inundated with negativity. It's bad. So many are dying. Our healthcare workers are struggling. They don't have PPE. All of these things, which are true, but they're also so draining on the soul and spirit. So let's all kind of spread a little bit of good news to help and encourage and motivate us all through this thing, because what this has taught us, we're all one, and we cannot get through this unless we realize no matter what our race, we're all one.
But you know, I asked you once why you always do good deeds like this, and you said it comes from your mother. I think your mother would be very proud of what you do, Tyler.
Yeah, for sure. And I can tell you this, Gail, in the last 10 years since her passing, there's not one day that I had not wished that she was on this planet until this coronavirus. My mother had major pre-existing conditions, diabetes, on dialysis. So this is the only time in these 10 years since her passing that I'm glad she's not here to experience this.
That's the other thing they were saying. It's not that Black people are more susceptible. It's just that some of the conditions that a lot of people in the Black community have, that's the problem.
That for sure, the underlying conditions that we have, like everybody I know from where I come from, there is some sort of underlying condition, be it diabetes or high blood pressure or just obesity or just, there's always something. So I'm just hoping that we really, really take a moment to take it seriously, because I've seen too many things online saying, oh, we don't get this, or Black people don't travel abroad, so it's not going to come to our community. That is a ridiculous thought. It has come to our community, and it's devastating us in disproportionate numbers.
Do you find, Tyler, you're afraid of it?
Well, I'm not afraid of it as much as I am afraid for a lot of other people who have underlying conditions, who I'm hoping that we as Black people really, really get. I know it's affecting everybody, but when you have a third of the deaths being African Americans, I want us to really focus on what that means.
It really does illustrate the point that this coronavirus is very devastating to the Black community.
Yeah, because I'm hoping that we as Black people really start to take this thing seriously. And listen, I get it. I've been on both sides of this wealth thing. I've been extremely poor, and I've managed to do well. So I understand what it's like to be there and not have the health care that you need, not be able to take care of yourself, only go to the doctor if something's wrong. But to be socially distant doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, and I like what you said in your post, Tyler. You said, stay home in caps, an exclamation point. And I don't think we can stress that enough.
Yeah, that doesn't mean, okay, we're going to have a barbecue with all the family. Socially distance is locking down in your house with the members of your household and staying away from other people.
Well, the other thing, Tyler, you did the other day online on your page, on your social, he's got the whole world in his hands challenge.
I'm going to start this song, and then I want all of y'all to add to it. He's got the whole world
In his hands.
He's got the whole world.
In his hands.
He's got the whole world in his hands.
How did you pick that song? There were many you could have chosen.
I wanted a really simple song that everybody knows, and to see it take off like that and have all of these people singing, to me it was like a little prayer going around the world, just letting everybody know we're okay. It's all going to be okay.
The whole world's in his hands.
Alright, brothers and sisters, I hope you liked that video broadcast of Tyler Perry and the Spirit of Giving. As a matter of fact, I think that we should come up with that hashtag, but instead of hashtag Tyler Perry, of course that wasn't the right one. It should be hashtag Spirit of Giving, where other entertainers, athletes, politicians alike who have the money, they can lend a hand in this pandemic. After all, it's affecting a lot of Americans. This way they can give back to the communities instead of take. Anyway, you heard it here at Black World TV. I hope you like how I boycotted Gayle King. Of course, I wasn't going to show her face in my video at all. This is the new Black Media. Black World TV, the new Black Media, your black and intelligent news source. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Black World TV. We'll see you in the next video broadcast. Peace out. Be safe out there, family. No coronavirus and no COVID-19. I'm out.